Hi everyone, Megan Marsh here with Lake Erie Mortgage in Erie, Pennsylvania, and we wanted to open up with our first blog on a topic that we think is really important, and that is lender credits. And if you're a real estate agent and you don't know what a lender credit is, you've never used the lender credits, your borrowers aren't being directed to somebody who offers lender credits, this is really important. This is huge for your business. And there are other agents that are out there that know what these are. They are referring their borrowers to people who are giving them lender credits. They are winning multiple offer contracts on houses. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a brief overview of what the lender credits are. I'm not going to go into the detailed numbers of how it works. We'll do that at a later time. But I'm going to go through a few questions and then give you a few examples of borrowers who have used the lender credits. So first, what is a lender credit? It's exactly like it sounds. It's the lender giving the borrower money towards their closing costs. It acts just as seller's assistance. And then how does a buyer get the lender credits? Well, sometimes you can only get them at brokerages, banks or brokers that get paid one time to do a loan for the borrower. What they're doing is they're giving back part of the money that they're getting to the borrower. And what usually happens is, let's say an FHA rate is at 4.25, the borrower will go up an eighth, a quarter, maybe a little bit more, depending on how much of a credit that they want. But they can get thousands of dollars in lender credits. And what can it be used for? Just closing costs. You cannot have lender credits go towards your down payment. The down payment always has to come from the borrower. But the credits can cover any of the closing costs. And who offers them? Like I said, usually it's just the brokers and the lenders that are getting paid once to do the loan. So let me give you a few examples over the last year of buyers who got lender credits. The first one I wrote down was a VA loan. I had an agent call me on a $300,000 house. There was going to be multiple offers, and they were going to offer $309,000 so they could get the $9,000 in assistance back, but they weren't sure if they were going to get the house. And I said, hold on a second. Let's increase the rate. It was about 3/8. Let's increase the rate. And they got the house because they offered full price at $300,000 and then got $9,000 in lender credits towards their closing costs. And their payment was nearly identical to offering $309,000 at a lower rate. Second example, recently was a buyer who couldn't get a seller to give them 6% in seller's assistance on an FHA loan. And so they weren't able to buy without that assistance. So the agent called me. They ended up getting 3% from the seller and then 3% from our lender that we placed them with. Third example is recently I did 5% down on a condo, a conventional loan. They got 3% from the seller, but they still needed a little bit more help because the closing costs were more than 3%. So even on a conventional loan, we can get them a little bit more in assistance to cover the rest of the closing costs. And then the last one that I think is really helpful is on spec homes. When a buyer is purchasing a newly constructed home, the builders typically can't give seller's assistance or it doesn't work out in the appraisal, so they can go up in their rate a tiny bit, and then they can get assistance through the lender to cover their closing costs since they need so much on those spec homes. I hope this helps. If you'd like more information, if you'd like to come to one of our lunch and learns, please email me back or email info@lakeeriemortgage.com. Thanks for listening and have a great day.